Welcome to Subramani. To create wealth, a lot of steps are needed. You have to earn well. Make no mistake, you have to earn well. You have to spend smartly and use the money to invest well so that your wealth grows, right? So it's easy for me to look at portfolios where people have invested 3-4 crores and then it has grown to 12 crores, right? So 8 crores is the growth that you've got, but that 4 crores which went in is also after earning say 6-7 crores, paying 2-3 crores as taxes, or maybe earning 8 crores, paying 2-3 crores as taxes, spending 1 crore, 2 crores, and then investing, and that has grown to 8 crores, 9 crores, whatever, 11 crores. So here is a friend who called saying that last 20 years, 22 years, I've been repaying student loans. I may not have had student loans, but he had some student loans, that much I remember. Home loan, car loans. Now I'm totally free. 20 years we were busy with all this, and now I wish to invest, which is a good one. So I went and met him, and I asked him, what have you done with your investment? So he had largely done only bank fixed deposits. His wife's money was in bank deposits and PPF. His money was in bank deposits, PPF and NPS. Wife had not opened an NPS, then that was just slippage. He should have, knowing him logically, he should have opened. He had lot of LIC policies, I mean Life Insurance Corporation policies, which were the old endowment plans. He had some ULIPs, he had some pension plans, but largely not done much in terms of investing. But over the last 5-6 years, this is a good experiment he had done. Good in the sense that he hadn't lost too much money. He took 1 crore of his money from somewhere, maybe he sold some ESOP, and he decided to buy a lot of shares. I mean, it's convenient to say 20 shares of 5 lakhs each, which is not like that. He had bought many shares. He had bought across industries. He had bought technology, which he thought he understood. He had bought pharma. He had bought banking. He had bought PSU, private sector, everything. A beautiful long portfolio, and maybe 20-22 shares. And then he didn't like it. Somewhere he read that he should go through a mutual fund. So he went to his bank manager, and his bank manager put money in then NFO, which was a Chinese fund, and it put a big amount of money there. After some time he lost interest in that, so he redeemed, I think less than 1 year, or maybe just about a year and a half, and he hadn't lost much money. I'm sure maybe there was entry load, exit load also. I'm not very sure. I did not see those details, but he was now out of mutual funds. 2-3 NFOs he had put. He didn't like some business cycle fund, he had put some China fund, he had put some 2-3 and decent amounts, 15 lakhs kind of thing. So he had come out of that, and then hold your breath, he spent 3 lakhs in learning how to do F&O. I thought all these courses which I get bombarded are 399, 299, 699 kind of courses, but here he had spent 3 lakhs on learning F&O, and he did some F&O, but again he lost some money and he lost interest. Then he tried forex. He didn't try forex trading. He enrolled for a forex trading thing but did not go, and before that something happened, and therefore the money went back into some FDs and things like that. This is a 5-year saga, right? 5 years he had done everything possible: concentrated portfolio, diversified portfolio, mutual funds, F&O, everything. Then you realize how difficult it is for a common man without any help. Luckily or unluckily for him, he had not sought the help of his bank relationship manager, and there are 2 parts to it. His bank manager did not sell him any mutual funds because he was happily buying ULIPs. So when a client is willing to buy ULIPs, why sell mutual funds? So he did not, but he had sold him ULIPs. So in this 1 crore experiment over 5 years, he had lost 8 lakhs, including the 3 lakhs which he paid to learn F&O or whatever he thought he was learning. So including that 3 lakhs, so he had lost only 5 lakhs over a 4-5 year period, which is, of course, there is opportunity loss. If you just put in an index fund, he may have done better. But anyway, the cost of losing 5 lakhs over 5 years on 5 crores or on 1 crore is just 5% and the opportunity loss. So then I sat him down and said, look, you don't need to do any of these things. You can be very simple in your portfolio. Your wife's portfolio can be very simple. All you have to do is, he was supporting his parents. I said, transfer a big chunk to your parents so that the income from that is not added to your income, right? So it's very important that if you are supporting somebody, and if you can give away the capital, you're better off giving the capital so that the income from that becomes that person's income rather than your income, because he was paying tax at 30% plus, I think 30% surcharge. So why pay that much of tax and then support your parents? So I said, transfer some money to your parents. His mother-in-law was alive. This fellow was about 54, 55. And so he had 3 parents alive. So I said, transfer money to them if you're going to support them. It doesn't make sense to have interest income, paying tax, and then supporting them. Makes no sense at all. At least if it is capital gain, you're paying lesser tax. So I simplified that. I put his money, I advised him to look at an advisor and go and rationalize all his insurance. He did not need insurance anymore. He had children, but children were now almost on the verge of finishing their education. They were already into their, decently advanced in their studies. So he did not need. Wife was also working, so that was a good thing. And wife had also kept all her money in bank fixed deposits. So I suggested investing in mutual funds so that they can pay tax when they want to rather than when they must, which is end of every year. So some small rationalization, which is very basic common sense, and then I suggested that they go and see an advisor, because 55 is not an age when you want to experiment and lose money. You don't have time to recover. So this the title of this video should be how not to invest 1 crore, because he had done everything possible. And then this is very easy to say that man will do every possible thing before coming to the right thing, right? So but this is exactly what he had done. Anybody who cooks thinks he can run a restaurant. Anybody who drives thinks he is a Schumacher, right? Anybody who sits in a plane does not become a pilot, right? So you need to be a good cook perhaps, but that is not enough qualification to run a restaurant. So similarly, if you are in IT, it doesn't mean you can build your portfolio with all IT stocks and say, wow, I have done a very smart thing. I've got Wipro, Infosys, TCS, HCL Tech, Happiest, Mindtree, Larsen and Toubro, right? L&T Infotech. I've got everything, so I can't go wrong because I have covered my flanks. That's wrong, because you will have a concentrated portfolio of technology and your job is also in technology. So if there's a technology downturn, your portfolio is doing badly, your bonuses disappear, maybe you lose your job, because 55 is the age, 50, 52 is an age when voluntary retirement is being offered very liberally, right? So creating a portfolio is not a very difficult thing, but controlling your ego to say all I need is an index fund is the challenge, right? It's like my friend was saying, writing code today is not very difficult, but writing code and not being tempted by seeing what is happening on Twitter or somewhere YouTube or things like that. The skill to not to concentrate is the skill, right? So having a very simple portfolio is perfectly all right, as long as you know FOMO about, oh my god, that opportunities fund did very well, this China fund did very well, oh Japan is the place to go to. If you are not going to be tempted by all that, maybe you put all your money in some world index fund and let's say the MSCI world index fund, and then go to sleep. But I do not know whether all of us are made that way, right? So if you put money in gold and gold goes down, then you look at gold and say, oh my god, I listened to Subra, I put in gold. or I didn't listen to Subra and I didn't put in gold, whatever. You could be right or wrong for 2 years, for 3 years, and dramatically wrong over 20 years, right? So that's also important to know where your total portfolio is headed, what is your tax structure, how your children are being taxed, how your parents are being taxed. If you're anyway going to keep money in bank fixed deposits, why not keep it in your parents' name in senior citizen deposits, right? It makes more sense. They'll get extra percentage, and the money will go to their account, right? So it will not, you don't have to pay the highest rate of tax. So some of these basics, if you can get it right, and if you can't get it right, or you are not interested, or you don't want to, go to an advisor. If you want to, then it's very simple: one debt index fund, one equity index fund, and that's all you need, right? Thank you.